Hey everybody, welcome back, and it's episode 13 of 999. Hopefully that's not a bad sign. Ha ha ha. Last time, what happened last time? We opened the Venus door, and we found what appears to be an infirmary of sorts with 3 doors, but the Reds are missing stuff inside them, so they can't open the door. They ran into the rest of their party, and so everyone's okay. Yay! And now they're just wandering around, gonna check out that hallway that has like 1.5 million doors. Actually, they checked it already, and their hour was up, and now they're just reconvening to see what they found. Apparently nothing, because no one yelled, so let's see what happens. Here we go. He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there. Ace, Santa, Clover, June, Seven, and Lotus. They had gathered in front of the door numbered 8. Or, perhaps to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to door number 8. I mean, okay. I thought the red's next to the door. Had one of them found the missing piece? What happened, guys? It was June who answered him. Junpei, look! She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. It says vacant now. Immediately, he knew what she had meant. The display on the front of the red read vacant. Junpei sighed. Come on, guys, who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it. Well... Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut. What the hell? What is up with you guys? They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke. Well, that's the thing. We don't know. You don't know? When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red. Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal. Clearly, whatever had been missing had been returned. What about the other 2? They're the same. Junpei quickly examined the other 2 boxes. Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still... Oh, so they're all fixed. I thought it was just, 8. Okay, well that's nice. Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others. Alright, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right? Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing. Huh? Wait a minute. That was when he noticed. Where's Snake? Oh no, what happened to Snake? He's blind! Something happened. Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen. Does that mean he found them?
I have no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Clover raised her head.
No, that's impossible!
Suddenly, she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Clover had started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. Aww, she's worried about him. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him.
The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run. Hey! Hold on, Clover, wait! Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone. Damn it, what should we do now? Well, the red is working now. No, we're not leaving 2 people behind! We should go look for them!
Oh man, this ain't good.
Oh yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Oh gosh. Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split up. They quickly assigned search areas and went their separate ways. Soon only 2 of them were left. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the others. Alright, we should go too. Yes, let's go! But where should we start? There's too many similar names. Okay, where should we start? Let's see. Oh, I get a choice. I guess we'll start with a casino.
How about the casino on B deck?
Okay, sounds good.
They took off up the stairs in a run. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails. So helpful. Hey, what do you think you're doing? She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
Junpei didn't think that was the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
I'll listen. What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah, what, you need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door? Even if we wanted to, that's impossible. Why? Junpei's bracelet number is 5 minus 6 and yours is 8. Our digital root would be 1.
5 plus 6 plus 8 equals 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1.
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8. Then we add another person.
Huh? Who?
What, isn't that easy? 7.
She was right. If they added 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 is 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. Then the 4 of them could go through the number 8 door. But... wait, hold on a sec. What about the other 4?
Why don't you add them up?
That was simple enough. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. They wouldn't be able to make it. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you'd know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that. No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind? Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind. Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort. Really? Why do you think that? You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours. Well, you never know until you try.
No. You're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Yeah, that's right. The digital root for us 4 would be 8, so we would have to add Ace to make 9.
Right. Unless we bring Ace, we'll be stuck. Lotus scratched the back of her ear.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's just try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us. That's impossible. Are you being serious? You do know that only 5 people at most can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
You're right. That is true. The moment he said it, Junpei felt the chill run down his spine. It was true. How Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond him. When they found the number 9, they would have to choose which 3 of them would die. Lotus's forehead furrowed.
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There are some things I need to think about.
Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus. Talking to her had left them feeling ill. Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere. So he forced himself to smile and turned to June. Let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Junpei nodded. Alright, where should we go next? Oh. I'll go down the list. First class cabin. Let's go take a look at the first class cabin. It's really close. They turned around and took off down the hallway to their left. What are they gonna find? Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. She was standing in front of the wall. Is no one checking these rooms or just like chilling out? She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. What should Junpei do? Talk to the poor girl. Are you alright? He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond. Look, I know you're really worried, but, he could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who seemed to have been very close to. Her voice was thin and barely audible. Huh?
Huh? I said leave me alone!
Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off! Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Junpei was taken aback. Such anger and hate. June's eyes has gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
Alright, let's go, June.
Yeah.
So much for trying to be nice. They turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over his shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed. Oh, for Clover's sake, they had to find Snake, and fast. He did his best to push away the misery and depression and forced a smile. So, where do you think we should go next? I can go back to the casino. I guess we'll see what happens. How about the casino? Let's go take a look. They turned and headed off down the hallway to the right at a jog. I hope I'm not, wasting time, checking this stuff. There was no one there. They had no choice. Junpei and June turned around and headed to a different location. Okay, so that's blacked out. Oh. Okay, so I guess I can still pick it. And they went back off to the cabin. Hopefully Clover's not still there. No one was there. Junpei figured they might have more luck somewhere else. But where? Let's see, why isn't the casino blacked out? I'll go back to the casino, ha! They turned and headed off down the hallway to the right. Well, I don't understand why that first one is blacked out if this is just gonna be the same thing. Okay, well, who knows? Okay, I guess the hallway with all the rooms. Let's go back downstairs and check out the hallway with all the doors. They took off at a run down the stairs. Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
Junpei paused. What did he want to do? I mean, I'll run to him. I mean, we'll see why not. With June in tow, Junpei jogged to Ace. Hearing their footsteps, he turned and greeted them.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet either?
Junpei nodded.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can, for Clover's sake.
Right.
Oh, she's cute when she blushes. June's face looked kind of enraptured. By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? The question seemed somehow odd to Junpei. Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all. Ace looked at him for a moment, and then spoke.
Yes, now that you mention it, they don't.
Now that you mention it?
Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why, or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke. All these weird things going on.
At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well, let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
Alright, let's go, Junpei.
At June's urging, they left. They found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil. There's so much to think about, but... No, it would have to be put aside for now. As Ace had said, finding Snake was their top priority. Junpei did his best to clear his mind. Alright, where should we go next? I mean, well, now the cabin's not blacked out. Let's go check the first class cabin. Okay, I'm coming with you. They turned and headed toward B-Deck. I mean, I hope I'm not wasting time, I don't know. No one was there. Junpei figured they might have more luck somewhere else, but where? Oh, maybe I have, maybe it blacks out if I've been to that place from that place. That's my guess. I mean, just go through all the options.
Okay, let's get going then.
Together they ran down the stairs. I mean, I just wonder if I'm wasting time with this. There's no sign of anyone. Snake, of course, was nowhere to be found. They would have to look somewhere else. But where? No, why isn't it blocked out? I'm so confused. Because I went there from here last... Whatever, I'm just going back. Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
They turned and headed back towards the large hospital room. On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the number 3 door. Junpei paused. What should he do?
I guess I'll talk to him.
Junpei and June walked up to Santa. What are you doing?
What, you can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What, it's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in there?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but...
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head. I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
I don't know. I'll say Snake. Well, it seems like it would have to be Snake, wouldn't it? Maybe he got back here before any of us. He found the parts somewhere, put him back, and then went through one of the numbered doors. He can't go by himself, you idiot.
No, that's not possible. You have to authenticate with at least 3 people, or the red won't open the door. There's no way a single person could get through here by themselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It was a stupid mistake, and Junpei knew it. How could he have made such a foolish miscalculation? How had Santa noticed it so quickly? Perhaps he wasn't as clever as he used to be. Junpei shook his head sadly. So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red. Oh. Santa grinned.
Bingo. We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know they fixed the red.
Yeah.
But why?
No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course. It could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
It's not out of the question.
Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away. Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly.
She's gonna be his downfall.
Where would they like to go next? Alright, I will check this one more time, and if no one's there, then I'm just gonna finish, because I don't know what's going on.
I'll go wherever you go. Let's go!
There was no sign of anyone. Snake, of course, was nowhere to be found. They would have to look somewhere else. I can't finish searching from there. I don't know why that's blocked out. Okay, whatever, I'm just ending it.
Okay, let's go. Let's head back to the hospital room. Finish.
There was no one to be seen. What next? We're done. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found.
Cliffhanger!
And we'll find out what happens next time. So, thanks for tuning in again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!